Hello students, welcome back. Today we start a fifth chapter, that is factors and multiples. Fifth chapter, factors and multiples. In this chapter we need to learn divisibility rule and factors, multiples, composite number, prime numbers and so many things. HCF, LCF. HCF means highest common factor, LCM least common factor. These things we already discussed in the fourth class. And today we start with divisibility rule. You know what is the divisibility rule for 2, 5 and 10. So what do you mean by divisibility? The term divisibility. Divisible by means if you divide one number by another number, then the result is, or quotient, result or say quotient is a whole number without a remainder. Divisibility means if you divide a number by another number, then we got the remainder as 0, and the result or quotient is a whole number. Whole number means the number that starts 1, 2, 3, etc. And here is some example. 12 divided by 6. If we divide 12 by 6, then we got 2. 6 into 2 is 12. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Remainder is 0. That means no remainder. This is called the divisibility. Here we can say it is divisible by 6. 12 is divisible by 6. Oh, here in this case we can say 15 is divisible by 5. Now we are going to learn the divisibility rule for 2 for each numbers. The divisibility rule for each numbers. 2 divisibility rule for 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 and 10. The divisibility rule for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. First one is the divisibility rule for 2. You all know a number can be divisible by 2 means if the last digit is even. If the given number's last digit, that means the ones place digit is even, then it is divisible by 2. Very simple. That is, the digit in the ones place should be 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. Then it is divisible by 2. We can write some examples and check. If I write one number 5, 6, 7, 8, 0, 2, we need to check it is divisible by 2. Divisible by 2 means we can divide this completely. We check if the ones place digit of this number it is 2, it is even, then it is divisible by 2. This number is divisible by 2. This number is divisible by 2. How we find it? Look at the ones place digit. Here the ones place digit is, if it is even, that means it is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, then it is divisible by 2. It is even, so it is divisible by 2. Another one 5, 7, 8, 9, 2, 1. Is it divisible by 2? No. Why? Because the ones place digit is, it is an odd number, so it is not divisible by 2. Not divisible by 2. A number can be divisible by 2 means if the last digit is even. If the last digit is even, then it is divisible by 2. Even numbers are 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, etc. If the last digit is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, then it is divisible by 2. Odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. So first one, divisibility rule for 2. A number can be divisible by 2 if the last digit is even. That is, it has any of these digits 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8 in its ones place. Here we need to check 572 is divisible by 2 or not. Here the last digit, ones place digit is 2, so it is divisible by 2. 5500 is divisible by 2. Why? Because the ones place digit is 0. So it is divisible by 2. Now we are moving to the next one, that is divisibility rule for 3. Divisibility rule for 2 is, if the ones place digit is even, then it is divisible by 2. Divisibility rule for 3. How will we check if a given number is divisible by 3 or not? If the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3, then it is divisible by 3. If the sum of the given numbers is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. You can check. We need to check. We need to check 5672 is divisible by 3 or not. I will check. Add the numbers. Find the sum of the digit of this number. That means 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 2 equal 5 plus 6 11, 11 plus 7 18, 18 plus 2 20, 5 plus 6 11, 11 plus 7 18, 18 plus 2 is 20, 20, 20 not divisible by 3 because we can't see 20 in 3's table. So it is not divisible by 3. Next number, that means 5673 is divisible by 3 or not. I will check. Add the sum of the find the sum of the digits of the number. That means 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 3. 5 plus 6 11, 11 plus 7 18, 18 plus 3 21. 21 is divisible by 3 or not? Yes, because 21 by 3 is divisible by 3. So the number is divisible by 3. For divisibility rule for 3 is, if the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. Here you can see some examples. First one, 93 is divisible by 3 or not. We need to check. Sum of the digits of the number 9 plus 3 is 12, which is divisible by 3. So the number is divisible by 3. And next one, 1,23,456 is divisible by 3 or not. Add the find the sum of the digits of the number. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 5 15 plus 6 21. 21 is divisible by 3. So the number is divisible by 3. Divisibility rule for 3 is, if the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3, the number is divisible by 3. Next one, divisibility rule for 4. If the last two digits of a number is divisible by 4, last two numbers of a number is divisible by 4, then the number is divisible by 4. You can check. Right, a bigger number, a large number, 7 6 3 4 2 3 2. Number is 76,34,232. We need to check is it is divisible by 4 or not. How will you find? If the last two digits of the number is divisible by 4, that means the last two digit is 32. If 32 is divisible by 4, then this number is divisible by 4. 32 is divisible by 4 or not? In fourth table you see 32. 4 into 8 is 32. So 32 is divisible by 4. Therefore this number is also divisible by 4. Divisibility rule for 4 is, if the last two digits of a number is divisible by 4, then it is divisible by 4. Another example, 8,46,408 is divisible by 4 or not. Last two digits, that is 08. 08 means 8. 8 is divisible by 4 or not? Yes, it is divisible by 4. So this number is divisible by 4. Some examples are here. 512 is divisible by 4 or not? Last two digits is 12, which is divisible by 4. So the number is divisible by 4. 58,248 is divisible by 4 or not? last two digits, that is 42. We can divide 42 by 4. Yes, that is 12. 40, if we divide 48 with 4, then we got 12. Remainder is 0. So it is divisible by 4. So this number, the bigger number, the large number is divisible by 4. Divisibility rule for 4 is, if the last two digits of a number is divisible by 4, then the number is divisible by 4. Next is divisibility rule for 5. Very simple. If the digits in the ones place of a number is 0 or 5, then it is divisible by 5. For example, 56,750. We need to check this is divisible by 5 or not. It is divisible by 5 or not. How will you check? Look at the ones place digit. Here it is 0. If the ones place digit is 0 or 5, then it is divisible by 5. Next one, 5,670. 5,678. Is it divisible by 5 or not? No. Why? Because ones place digit is 8. It is not 0 or 5. Therefore, it is not divisible by 5. For example, here you can see number 70,50,125 is divisible by 5 because its last digit is 5, and 12,510 is divisible by 5 because its last digit is 0. Very simple. If the digit in the ones place of a number is 0 or 5, then the number is divisible by 5. Next is divisibility rule for 6. If a number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then the number is divisible by 6. For checking the divisibility rule for 6, we need to check the divisibility rule for 2 and 3. If it is divisible by 2 and 3, both 2 and 3, if it is divisible by, a number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then it is divisible by 6. For example, if you write 56, but it is divisible by 2, yes, because the ones place digit is 6, that is an even number, so it is divisible by 2. Then we need to check 56 is divisible by 3 or not. I will check the divisibility rule 3 is all the digits of the number. It is 5 plus 6 is 11. It is not divisible by 3. So this number 56 is not divisible by 6. If a number is divisible by 6 means it is divisible by both 2 and 3. We can check another number, that is 36. It is divisible by 2. Why? Because ones place digit is even number, so it is divisible by 2, and the sum of the digits of the number is 6 plus 3 is 9. It is divisible by 3. So 36 is divisible by 6. The divisibility rule for 6 is, if a number is divisible by both 2 and 3, it is divisible by both 2 and 3, then the number is divisible by 6. If it is divisible by 2 but not divisible by 3, it is not for divisibility rule for 6. It is not divisible by 6. A number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then it is divisible by 6. Not for one case, we need to, it is applicable for both cases 2 and 3. Divisibility rule for 2 and 3 is correct, then it is divisible by 6. Next one, you can 750 is divisible by 6 or not. We need to check. 0 is in ones place, so it is divisible by 2. Last digit is even, so it is divisible by 2. And the sum 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 plus 0, 12 plus 0, 12. It is divisible by 3. So both the cases are true. Therefore, it is divisible by 6. Next one, 12,510. The last digit is even, so it is divisible by 2. And the sum of the digit is 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 5, 8, 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 0, 9. Sum of the digit is 9, so it is divisible by 3. So the number is divisible by 6. The divisibility rule for 6 is, if a number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then it is divisible by 6. Next one, the divisibility rule for 8. There is no divisibility rule for 7. Next is divisibility rule for 8. If the last 3 digits of a number is divisible by 8. Divisibility rule for 4. The last two numbers are divisible by 4, then it is divisible by 4. If the last 3 digits of a number is divisible by 8, then the number is divisible by 8. You can check. If you write here, we need to check. This one is 56 lakhs 10,800 is divisible by 8 or not. Will you check? Look at the last 3 digit number. Here 3 digit number is 800. 800 is divisible by 8 or not? Yes, it is divisible by 8. We got 100 as the answer. So this number is divisible by 8. 56 lakh 10,078. Here the last 3 digit number is 78. 78 is divisible by 8 or not? No, we can't see 78 in 8's table. So it is not divisible by 8. Divisibility rule for 8 is, if the last 3 digits of a number is divisible by 8, then the number is divisible by 8. For example, 9168 is divisible by 8 because 168 is divisible by 8. If you divide these numbers, then we got 21, remainder as 0. So it is divisible by 8. And next one, 1598 is divisible by 8 or not? Last 3 digit 592 is divisible by 8 or not? If we divide 592 by 8, then we got 74 as the answer, and remainder is 0. So it is divisible by 8. So the number 592 is divisible by 8. Divisibility rule for 8 is, the last 3 digits of a number is divisible by 8, then the number is divisible by 8. Next one is divisibility rule for 9. If the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by number, divisibility rule for 3. If the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. The same thing. If the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 9, then it is divisible by 9. We can check. For example, 684. We need to check it is divisible by 9 or not. You can check the sum of the digits of the number. 6 plus 8, 14 plus 4, 18. It is divisible by 9. So this number is divisible by 9. Next one, 683. 6 plus 8, 14. 14 plus 3, 17. 17 is not divisible by 9. So this number is not divisible by 9. Sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 9, then the number is divisible by 9. For example, 50,832 is divisible by 9 or not? Sum of the digits of the number is 5 plus 0 plus 8, 13, 13 plus 3, 16 plus 2, 18, which is divisible by 9. Next one, 1791. Find the sum of the digits of number. 1 plus 7, 8, 8 plus 1, 9, 9 plus 9, 18, which is divisible by 9. The case of 3 and 9. Divisibility rule for 3 and 9. The sum of the digits of the number is divisible by 3 or 9, then it is divisible by 3 or 9. And last one is the divisibility rule for 10. Very simple. If the digit in the ones place is 0, then it is divisible by 10. 20 is divisible by 10 because the last digit is 0, it is divisible by 0. 500, last digit is 0, so therefore it is divisible by 10. 5,679, it is divisible by 10 or not? 5,679, no, because 1's place digit is 9, so it is not divisible by 10. So today we discussed the divisibility rule for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 and 8, 9 and 10. Divisibility rule for 2. What is divisibility means? If you divide a number by another number, then the result is a whole number without a remainder. We need to do a complete division without remainder. That means the remainder is 0. Is always 0. That is divisible. Divisible by means the result is a whole number and the remainder is 0. Divisibility rule for 2. The digits in the ones place is even, then it is divisible by 2. Divisibility rule for 3. Sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3, then it is the number is divisible by 3. For 4, last 2 digits of a number, if you combine that 2 digits, then that number is divisible by 4, then the whole number, the number is divisible by 4. For 5, if the ones place digit is 0 or 5, then the number is divisible by 5. And 6, divisibility rule for 6. If the number is divisible by both 2 and 3, both 2 and 3, only one case is not, we need both 2 and 3. If it is divisible by 2 and not divisible by 3, then it is not divisible by 6. We need both 2 and 3. It is true for both 2 and 3, then the number is divisible by 6. And for 8, last 3 digits, 4 and 8, we can compare 4 and 8. For last 2 digits, 8, last 3 digits are divisible by 8, then the number is divisible by 8. In the case of divisibility rule for 9 is the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 9, then it is divisible by 9. Same case for 3. And the last one, that is the divisibility rule for 10. Very simple. If the digit in the ones place is 0, then it is divisible by 10. And the homework question, let us try 5.1, question number 1, 2, 5 and 6 are the homework. And write these notes, this PDF in your notebook. See you in the next class. Thank you.